And good morning, everyone. Welcome to This Day.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, and it is July 30th, and it is also National Cheesecake Day. And you said you grew up with cheesecake.
I grew up with cheesecake. My grandmother made it. I still have her recipe.
Well, we're going to tell you all about cheesecakes right after Ken tells us who's on the show.
Yes, I'm very particular about cheesecake.
I bet you are.
I really am. All right, on our show today, we have a doctor from Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center who's going to be talking about their structural heart program. Also, we have guests from Biodegradable. They're dog bags that are biodegradable. And we have Dorothy Pasella here from the Thrive Project. And then we're going to bring you another segment as well.
And today's meetings are Disaster Preparedness Task Force meeting, which will be in the boardroom at 9:30. And then we have the United Finance Committee meeting, which will be in the Sycamore Room at 2 p.m. All right, so cheesecake is a delicious dessert that is loved by millions around the country. It is a sweet dessert that is a mixture of soft, fresh cheese, cream cheese or cottage cheese, eggs and sugar on a crust made from crushed graham crackers, crushed cookies, pastry, or sponge cake. Now, cheesecakes can be prepared baked or unbaked, can be flavored, and are often served topped with fruit sauce, chocolate, or whipped cream. And there are many flavors of cheesecakes which can be prepared, many of which are pumpkin and this most delicious looking chocolate cheesecake. Now, it's possible that an ancient form of cheesecake may have been a popular dish in ancient Greece. It has been found that the earliest attested mention of a cheesecake is by Greek physician Aegimus, who wrote a book on the art of making cheesecakes. Now, James Kraft developed a form of pasteurized cream cheese in 1912, and in 1928, Kraft acquired the Philadelphia trademark and marketed pasteurized Philadelphia cream cheese, which is now known and used mostly for cheesecakes. So there you go. So Ken, are you going to share the recipe with us?
Well, I know my basic recipe does have 3 eggs, an extra egg yolk, and cream in it, lemon, sugar, a little salt. Of course, I like to use really fantastic cream cheese, which I have to tell you, sorry, nearly impossible to find here in Southern California. There used to be an artisanal brand that I would buy that didn't have any gums or stabilizers in it, and I just can't find it. So it really does make a difference. So sorry, Philadelphia cream cheese, it's okay for cheesecake, but not the best. All right, I will tell you that we got some humidity that's going to be coming back. Not so much today, but Wednesday and Thursday we're going to bring that humidity back in, although the temperatures won't be as bad as we had last week. However, you can see the temperatures are going to start to rise Friday and Saturday, and then by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, those temperatures are going to be back up to 90 degrees or so with humidity. So be prepared. Again, perfectly normal. We're going to start August coming up on Thursday, and it's not unusual for us to get this kind of weather, to even get thunderstorms, and once in a while even some hail that comes in. So we'll see what happens, but the humidity will be not as strong as last week tomorrow and Thursday, but then as we get to probably Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week, you're going to start to really feel it. Here we are around the area today, and temperatures are nice, not that bad. Very similar to what we had yesterday, as you can see. Even Palm Springs is down a little bit, only about 106 today. So not too bad out, but that humidity will be back tomorrow, and then getting more so as we get to Sunday and beyond into next week. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
When your sticker package arrives, follow the simple instructions on the envelope. It's important to know that the sticker must be adhered to the inside of your vehicle before driving on a tolled bridge, lane, or road. There, you're all set to go out and enjoy the drive. A new drive awaits on the toll roads of Orange County.
Been working with retirees since 1984. I specialize in protecting people's money, setting up a secure retirement income stream for them, and making sure their money is there when they need it. I started Sterling Financial Advisors under the premise that we not only needed quality service for clients out there in the financial industry, but ethical standards as well. We don't have any monopoly on the investments we use. What we do have a monopoly on is the integrity and how we treat our clients.
Being the mayor of Thunder, California is more than just shaking hands and kissing babies. It takes honesty, for example. And honestly, I'm busy today. You've got to be proficient. Flexibility is key. You have to be a voice of good reason. Quail tortellini every time. And I do this why, you ask? So you, the people, can let your Thunder flag fly!
Parkinson's disease is a neurological movement disorder affecting an estimated 1 million Americans, including many under age 40. It has no cure. Parkinson's is not limited to how a person moves. It can also cause symptoms like depression, fatigue, and impaired speech. Today, there is a new diagnosis every 9 minutes, though Parkinson's can be present for years before being diagnosed. The American Parkinson Disease Association is the largest grassroots network in the United States, working to help ease the burden and find the cure. For more than 50 years, APDA has funded pioneering research and provided critical support to those affected by Parkinson's. Visit apdaoptimism.org today to find out how you can help millions live with dignity and optimism. Your action today will help APDA put an end to Parkinson's disease.
Breast cancer takes patients down paths they never expected, and Memorial Care Comprehensive Breast Center at Saddleback can help navigate the way. We provide multidisciplinary breast care services for the early detection, diagnosis, and treatment of breast cancer using state-of-the-art technology in a personalized environment designed to meet the needs of each woman.
Well, I'd like to welcome today from Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center, Dr. Cheng Han Chen. And Doctor, you are the medical director of the Structural Heart Program over at Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center, and cardiologist as well. Welcome.
Thank you for
Nice to
having
have
me
you here today. Let's first ask a little bit your background and what does it mean? You know, when I saw this, we've had lots of doctors on over the years. And I don't think I've ever seen the term structural heart.
Right.
So first tell us about yourself and then what does that mean?
Sure. So let's see. My background is in engineering, actually. So
really?
Yeah. So I have a bachelor's, master's in material science and engineering from MIT. I have a PhD in bioengineering from UCLA, and I was actually a medical device engineer for many years. And then I decided to be. I decided I wanted to be the person putting in the medical devices. So that's how I ended up in medicine. Let's see, I was medical school at UC San Diego and did some training at UCLA as well before I did more advanced training over at Columbia in New York City.
Okay.
And so that's how I got into the structural heart field. And it's a structural heart disease really is a subspecialty of cardiology that deals with basically problems with the structure of the heart, such as with heart valves, heart walls, and heart muscle, yeah. So this term wasn't really used that much until more recently, actually, when we realized that we could develop new minimally invasive techniques to actually treat a lot of these problems. So now that we could actually do something about it, we started using this term more and calling it structural heart disease and coming up with treatments for them.
That's very interesting. As I said, I've never heard of that term before, and years and years ago, I even worked at a place that came up with a minimal invasive device that was used. And many years ago, not that I'm a doctor, I was just like, you know, doing the recording, the database stuff. But I'd never heard that, so that's really interesting. So what are the most common symptoms and types of structural heart disease?
All right. So the most common type of structural heart disease that we deal with are typically problems with heart valves.
Okay.
So a lot of times we use structural heart disease synonymously with heart valve disease. But it's not just heart valves, it could be holes between different parts of the heart, so a hole in the wall of the heart. There's certain conditions where we call them septal defects.
Okay.
There's also even trouble with the heart muscle itself. Like sometimes you can have conditions where your heart muscle is too thick, and that is a problem with the structure of the heart. So in terms of the heart valve disease, this is a very common problem in cardiology. You typically you need your valves in the heart to open properly and close properly for the heart to function effectively. And so you could have problems with the heart opening, the valve opening well, and
Right.
that's called stenosis. So you may have heard different conditions. There's aortic valve stenosis, for instance, and that's a very common structural heart problem. There's also problems with heart valves closing, and that's called regurgitation. And so there's a very common valve closing problem called mitral valve regurgitation, in which the doors of the valve don't close properly, don't meet together, so they'll leak. So there's heart valve problems, opening and closing, and also just holes in the heart, also other things that we try to treat.
Okay, let's talk about the risk factors or why this happens. Is it something that perhaps could be a heart defect you're born with?
Yeah.
Hereditary, just lifestyle?
Yeah, that's a good question. So as you can imagine, there's actually a wide spectrum of these type of diseases. Many of these problems are congenital, so you're born with them. For instance, holes in your heart. You've heard of people, many times babies are just born with holes in their heart. Frequently they get repaired when they're a baby, but sometimes they're okay until they get older and they're adult, and then the problem acts up and they say, okay, well now we got to fix this. So yes, some of these are congenital, which means they're born with it and you can't really prevent that from happening, you're just born with it. And certain other conditions are kind of just through normal wear and tear through them as you get older. For instance, the aortic stenosis, let's say, it's narrowing of that aortic valve that basically happens as you get older. And it happens through just calcium buildup and other fibrosis of the leaflets of the valve. And there's really nothing, we've done a lot of study in the medical field on what we can do, what kind of factors would promote the development of this aortic stenosis, what things we can do to prevent it from happening. And it turns out there's not much that we can do. It just happens.
Just happen, okay.
Yeah, some people just get it. And a lot of people just get it, we just have to deal with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So it's not as though, obviously, with many kinds of different heart diseases,
Yes.
it's certainly your lifestyle that could be a big factor. But it sounds like this, you could be the healthiest person around and yet you still could develop this.
Exactly. I mean, we really wish there was a pill that we could take to give someone, or some sort of lifestyle modification. We can say, oh, just go exercise more and you won't get this. It turns out that it doesn't work for this particular problem or these particular problems, yeah.
Are there symptoms involved, like perhaps, I would think being short of breath or winded,
Exactly.
something like that?
So the specific symptoms someone gets from structural heart disease depends really on which particular problem you have.
Okay.
But in general, you're right, shortness of breath, fatigue, very common, sometimes chest pain or pressure, lightheadedness or dizziness. Sometimes you can see high blood pressure, or even stroke could be a presenting symptom. Worst case scenario, sometimes people just have sudden death from this problem and you just don't even know.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So the symptoms could be, it sounds like in some cases that some of the symptoms could be indications of many, many different things, right? I've got shortness of breath, I've got, you're a little overweight or something like that. The medical field, as you first look for, that old saying, you hear hoofbeats, you don't think zebras, you think horses, because obviously you're going to go through the easiest steps first. So how does it get to the point where one or your primary care doctor starts to think maybe this is something more and they get to you? Right.
So making a diagnosis depends on many factors, and there's many things you need to do. So it starts off with basically talking to the patient and getting a sense of the symptoms.
Okay.
You start with the symptoms and you start, like you said, kind of start thinking in your head what things they could be. There's a physical examination, so we can learn a lot just by examining someone, listening to their heart, getting a sense. A lot of these valve problems actually make different sounds, different
Okay.
murmurs. So you've heard
All right.
of people having cardiac murmurs,
Sure.
and those very frequently come from heart valve problems. We frequently need to use imaging techniques. So there's ultrasound of the heart called echocardiogram. We can show us a lot about how the function of the heart is, what the structure of the heart is. We sometimes may need to use a CAT scan to get a better sense of how the heart is structured, and sometimes even a cardiac MRI, a heart MRI, to
Okay.
look at the heart. Yeah, so there are a lot of techniques that we kind of put together and then to make a good diagnosis. A lot of times, like you said, it really depends on someone kind of knowing themselves, realizing that something is not right,
Okay.
going to the primary care doctor, and the primary care doctor having a good examination and a good conversation with the patient to kind of know when is the right time to refer to a cardiologist.
Okay, and I think that's kind of the key.
Yeah.
Is having a good primary that's
Absolutely.
going to catch these things.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, obviously, there's different treatments because you just explained different types of things that could be happening. If it's heart valve, you go and you replace the valve, right?
That's right. Right. So the most exciting part of this field of structural heart disease is the fact that over the last 10 years, we developed many new minimally invasive techniques for treating these diseases. For instance, let's talk about aortic stenosis. For someone with severe aortic stenosis, up until 10, 15 years ago, really the only option that they had was open heart surgery. So you can imagine that is a big deal. It is a major surgery, involves risk. And a lot of times, patients are just too old or too sick or just too high risk to undergo a surgery.
Okay.
So we now have a technique called TAVR here at Saddleback. It is a minimally invasive aortic valve replacement. We can go through a small access tube through the groin and be able to replace someone's aortic valve simply through going through the leg without having to go through opening up the chest. Instead of staying in the hospital for up to a week and recovering very slowly at home for 1 to 2 months, our patients now can get back on their feet later the same day and go home the next day.
Yeah, that's
after a valve
incredible.
replacement.
And that's what people want. They want to be able to go in and have anything done fairly quickly. What about the recovery time on that?
Right. So as I mentioned, you can go home the next day from a TAVR procedure as long as everything you're doing well, and then you're basically back to what normal is for you in basically 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
Rather than being in the hospital the whole week.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about, unfortunately, in many cases, there's no way to prevent this. And so there's just not much you can do, even if you have a good, healthy lifestyle, you exercise all the time. And
yes, that's the unfortunate part. As we talked about earlier, there's nothing we can really do. So the most important thing is really knowing yourself, making the diagnosis, and then coming up with a good treatment plan with your primary care doctor and your cardiologist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's exciting that these type of things can be fixed, repaired, taken care of without being overly invasive, and the fact that the patient is out in such a quick amount of time is fantastic.
Yeah. No, definitely. That's like I said. This TAVR is just one of the many new minimally invasive techniques we now have at Saddleback. We can fix holes in the heart just through the groin. We can even put plugs in the different parts of the heart that can actually help prevent strokes in certain kind of cardiac conditions, such as atrial fibrillation, without the use of a blood thinner. So there's a whole range of new techniques we have now, basically, that just came online in the medical field just in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
really.
Fantastic. Doctor, thank you very much
thank you for
coming
having me
on.
here.
It's been a pleasure talking with you.
Same here.
And if you'd like more information, you can go to memorialcare.org/SBHeart and get more information there. And as you can see, they've got some great staff over there and with great backgrounds. And the primary thing is see your primary, right?
That's right.
All right, primary thing, see
Absolutely.
your primary. All right, good to meet you. We'll be
Thank
right
you.
back.
At the Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback, you will always find a friendly face to guide you through your annual mammogram visit. Our staff, dedicated subspecialist breast radiologists, knowledge and innovative technology awaits your visit to our center. With the Laguna Woods shuttle service right at our sidewalk, this convenient location offers you quick access for your appointment. You can expect nothing but the best for all your breast health needs at Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback.
Welcome to Palm Terrace Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center. We are known in the community for compassionate and professional nursing care. Once our guests enter the road to recovery, our expert rehab therapy team rolls into action. Our goal is your comfort and your health. Please feel free to call us at 949-587-9000 or stop by and enjoy a personalized tour of Palm Terrace Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center.
The opioid epidemic is affecting countless lives, including young adults. Did you know approximately 45% of opioid prescriptions to adolescents are made by dentists, often after wisdom teeth removal? These drugs carry risks, but you can help reduce your risk or the risk for a loved one. If prescribed an opioid, ask your dentist to consider limiting prescriptions to 3 days, using over-the-counter pain relievers, and properly disposing of unused medications. For more information, go to shatterproof.org. This has been a message from Shatterproof, United Healthcare, and this station.
Did you know that the Laguna Hills Lodge was originally built as a place for relatives or friends to stay when they were visiting? In 1968, Laguna Woods' residents built the first 2 buildings of the lodge because they wanted a place close by for visitors to stay. Since then, the lodge has become the spare bedroom for the Laguna Woods' residents. The lodge has received the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence 8 years in a row. We invite you to stay in one of our recently remodeled garden rooms and take advantage of a special offer for Laguna Woods' residents, family, and friends.
Dr. Farman Cosmetic and Implant Dentistry is located right outside Gate 6 and has been keeping the village smiling for many years.
I have really learned to love Dr. Farmer through the years, almost 20 years now that she's been my dentist. And I highly recommend her to anyone here in Laguna Woods or in Orange County looking to establish a relationship with a dentist who will be there for them and take care of all of their dental needs.
Near Snooty Fox Restaurant, behind Coco's.
Welcome back. Well, I have a really interesting subject today. It's all about biodegradable doggy poop bags. And I know that sounds kind of funny, but there's a lot of bags that are out there, but we have a Chut Patel here who is with Biodegradable Bags. Well, welcome. And
thank you for having me.
You know, it's an interesting subject, but you guys specialize in this. So tell me a little bit about how you guys got started.
So biodegradable bags actually started 3 years ago in my parents' garage. My dad had multiple years of experience in the plastic industry. One morning he woke up and realized how harmful plastic is to the environment. So he actually went back to school for sustainability in Harvard, and he came out with this material. So this is our patented material technology. It's made out of maize flour and vegetable oil.
Oh, wow.
So once he had the material, he knew that he wanted to make some sort of products with it, but he didn't know exactly what. So he reached out to my brother Rudy and asked, you know, what should we make? And at that time, Rudy had been a college student who was working at a local pet store. So he said, you know what a lot of people buy? Dog waste bags. And we kind of laughed at it in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, it just, one day we were like, you know what, let's just start making dog waste bags. So that's where Biodegradable, the brand, came out.
Right, well, it's a great name, obviously. I mean, sometimes when you Google it, it comes up biodegradable.
Correct.
And you have to make sure that that dog is in there to find you, so that's really good. But it's not just dog products. I mean, you also have some other ones. I know the cat, and then there's some other things that you have coming down the pike, which we'll talk about later. So tell me a little bit about the process.
The manufacturing process?
Yeah, why is it different than any other bag that's out there?
So these bags are made out of, like I mentioned earlier, corn and vegetable oil. So instead of using polyethylene that most other plastic products that we see every day are used, these bags are actually certified organic. So we have them certified through TUV Austria. These certifications verify that, you know, our bags are compostable in an industrial environment. They're compostable, home compostable, and the reason why is there's no chemicals added to these bags. They're simply just food for microorganisms.
Wow.
So if you were to put it anywhere, you know, if whether it's a murky lake or even in soil, the microorganisms just feed off our bags.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's right. We're looking actually at a comparison chart. So how do you stack up? So if the other ones, as you mentioned, have chemicals in them, some actually are marketed as recyclable and also biodegradable, but that's not correct in some cases.
Yes, so the bags that get the certification that's biodegradable, they're actually oxo-biodegradable. So what oxo-biodegradable is, there's chemicals in the bag that actually just break the bag into smaller fragments of plastic. So the physical bag isn't there, but there's still smaller fragments in the landfill. So, I mean, personally, we all believe that that's almost more harmful to have smaller fragments of plastic in the environment. And then the ones that are marketed as eco-friendly or they're, good for the environment, recyclable, those are what we call industry greenwashing. That's where plastic bags, they simply claim eco-friendly because there's no certification that you really need to claim eco-friendly.
Right.
They'll paint the plastic bag green and automatically the consumer's mindset, switches to, hey, that bag is green, they mention eco-friendly, and, they must be good for the environment. So whereas ours, if you smell them, they actually smell like corn.
Yeah, I know, I did. I did earlier, and you guys were also talking about eating them. Well, I will not be eating this on camera, but I guess you can eat them too prior to having any contents. I'm sure it would be a better
they're actually,
idea.
they're organic enough to be considered food grade. I wouldn't say eat them by any means, but my dog's been through the bags many times to get to the cardboard core.
Oh, gosh.
And he's eaten them before.
Oh, that's too funny. Let's talk about the process. We have a diagram that I want to show that is a kind of a life cycle of the bag itself. So if you could walk us through that, I'd appreciate it.
Sure. So it starts off, cereal crops, corn, maize flour, and then it gets harvested and then it goes into primary processing. So primary processing is taking the materials that we use to get the original resin. So the crops that we harvest, so you get resin. So they're little pellets. They kind of look exactly like plastic pellets too.
Okay.
However, ours smell like and look like, because the color, popcorn kernels.
Okay.
And then at that point, you would put it through an extrusion blown film system. So that heats up the material, it blows the bubble. That bubble now cools into whatever size bag. So the bubble would be 8 inches wide for this particular bag. So once we get the large rolls of film, the film actually gets put through bag making machines, and that's where we can choose the shape of the handle. We can choose, and all of this is done in-house at our Lake Forest facility.
And I think we might have a little video that shows that, so that will be really cool. So Lake Forest, and then you have more manufacturing that you're going to be doing at some point.
Correct.
So let's talk about, you have awards and certifications. Oh, here's the bag pictures right now that are coming up. So tell me about your certifications and awards that you guys have.
So we just recently won Green America's People on the Planet Award. Some certifications that we have are like TUV OK Home Compost, TUV OK Industrial. A new certification that we just recently got approved for, we're just waiting on finalizing, is the marine biodegradability. So that's a big one, especially in today's world where everybody is extremely concerned about the marine life.
Right.
Our bags will be marine biodegradable. So.
That's awesome. That is great. And then obviously you've got something we were talking about, kind of alluding to the next product, which is called grow bags. What is that?
So grow bags just came about because we started getting a lot of inquiries on larger bags, carry bags, trash bags, and then we, of course, can't start selling, biodegradable trash bags. So grow bags, we actually teamed up with the National Forest Foundation.
Okay.
So for each pack of grow bags sold, we will plant 1 tree. And I believe they have a goal to plant, I think it's 50 million trees by 2022.
Wow.
So we're going to assist in helping them. And grow bags, we share and we promote the cradle-to-cradle technology, which is, from the soil, it goes through the life cycle of the bag and it's back to the soil for us to reuse.
That's great. That's great. And you work with other charities, philanthropy, Orange County Pet Adoption Center.
Correct, yeah.
The 1% for the Planet. What is 1% for the Planet? I'm actually not familiar with that one.
1% for the Planet is, it helps the marine life to clean up, beaches. We work with the Orange County Pet Adoption Center.
Right.
Other local adoption centers too, just because we do manufacture in-house, so we do get a lot of bags that don't make our QC. However, they're still perfect bags. So we just donate them to everybody that can use bags.
Oh, that's great. Now where can people find you if they want to buy bags?
We are on Amazon.com, our website, biodegradablebags.com, and we're also at a lot of local retail stores, which on our website we do have a store locator.
Oh, perfect.
You just put your zip code in, and then.
Okay, good. We're now showing how people can find you. So it's biodegradablebags.com or thegrowbags.com, or they could call an 800 number, right?
Correct.
Perfect. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, good.
Thank
well,
you
these
very
are
much.
awesome. I mean, I'm so excited that, being completely biodegradable is super important, especially for our environment going forward. And there's been so much talk about plastics in the ocean too. So good job. Thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And remember, if you want more information about these awesome doggy bags, you can go to biodegradablebags.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha Na Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
And Francine Brokaw is with me right now, and if you have the opportunity to watch your show Beyond the Red Carpet, we show that on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Also, we show it on the weekends as well. And I'm happy to be with her today because she, like me, were fellow Disney fans.
We are Disney geeks.
Yes. And we're going to talk about these products that you brought to us in just a moment, but you had the opportunity to go into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
You went on a press day, and tell me about that.
This place is amazing. I mean, it is, you walk through the threshold where you can access it from 3 different parts of the park. But it's 14 acres, you walk through the threshold and you are literally in another galaxy. I mean, literally in quotes. But it's really, it's a like nothing they've done before at Disneyland. They have really outdone themselves.
Well, it's something that, depending at the time that we air this, I'm going June 14th. So I'll be telling folks about that as well. And well, I'm looking forward to it. First of all, it's rare that you get to go into a brand new land. The last one was, of course, Cars Land, out here anyway. But even rarer still when it's this size and level of detail and the history behind it.
Yeah, for over 3 decades, Star Wars have been part of our lives. So
amazing.
Now we can go into Star Wars.
Yeah, can't wait for it.
Okay.
All right, so this is a new line that is on Shop Disney.
ShopDisney.com.
Yeah, something that's different. Yes, they've done dozens and dozens of plush over the years. But these have messages with them.
They do, and it's called the Disney Wisdom Collection. And every month they come out with a new quote on a Disney character or with a Disney character, and they're very inspirational. As you can tell, Piglet here says, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
I like that.
So these are like greeting cards, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use them as a greeting card, or a lot of people just keep them. I know people have purchased each one, and then when the time comes that they need to cheer somebody up or give a boost to somebody, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, and I know we were talking beforehand with all things Disney. There are ones that came out earlier this year, and they're out, they're sold out. People might have them on eBay, but that's all things Disney, it seems. And these are limited
these
each
are
month.
Each month, and they really do sell out quickly. I couldn't even get some of the items from the past. You have to go onto eBay to get them, but I think when the first, well, actually they come out towards the middle, towards the end of the month. that's when people should go on shopdisney.com and look at the product offering for the month.
Yeah, and this is Baloo is March, and his
Baloo
saying is
sold out.
forget about your worries and your strife, and that one, unfortunately, it's sold out because that's just a classic Disney saying.
Of course, and
Yeah.
we all, every time you look at him, you can't help but sing the song that
Yeah.
it comes from.
You're right, and April is a piglet.
And coming up in May is, well, actually, May is out now, and it's
Right.
almost sold out. Almost sold out. You could still find a few of them. Miko,
Yeah.
the Pocahontas. And he's so cute, and he says, sometimes the right path is not the easiest one.
Yeah, and then afterwards is Lemire, and you don't have time to be timid, you must be bold and daring.
Yes, I mean, they're just so inspirational. July, always let your conscience be your guide, from the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio.
And you know, all these sayings are real sayings that have been done by Disney characters over the years.
Yes, and to combine them with the actual characters, or not specifically the character, but somebody from that film, makes it all that more meaningful.
Yeah, there's in August, there's Thumper from Bambi. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. We all know that one.
I can't wait to see that one. I haven't been able, they keep them all a secret until they actually release them. So I'm looking forward to that.
That is going to be a good one. That one will really go fast. Yeah.
That'll go.
Now, you were telling me along with that, they have these other products that go with it. Do these change each month, like a different color, or these stay consistent?
No, they're different color. They match. Like the piglet one would be pink.
Okay.
And
this is Miko right now. That's why it's blue.
They're all blue, and they come just blank journals, so you can write your own in. And I think girls especially would like to use this as their diaries.
Yeah, and then the pin set here.
Pin sets?
Again, this one is Miko, and the saying is, there's a saying here as well.
The same, yes. They follow that through everything. They have T-shirts, and what I really like is the mug, and I've never been able to get one because they're always sold out so quickly. But the mugs are just, you know, to start your day with a mug like that with a cup of coffee in it.
I love the T-shirts. Are they selling out as well?
There are some T-shirts from the past that are still available, but I think
the Baloo one would be great.
The Baloo would be fabulous. I think starting your day with a different one of these every day it would be so cool.
Now, even obviously, you know, they sell out quickly, but because right now they come out each month, they're limited to begin with.
Yes, they are.
What came out in January would be naturally sold out anyway by now, I would think. You know, there might be one or two out there somewhere.
Yes.
But in general, because they're limited, they change every month.
They do change once a month, and there are 12 in this series. And as far as Disney knows, or they are telling the press, they haven't confirmed, they can't confirm if they're going to continue the series. So I'm thinking maybe just the 12 to make them very unique.
Yeah, and it's something that really is. So. ShopDisney.com, and then go on there and look for Disney Wisdom, and then see what's available. Yes, some you can get on eBay. They're going to be quite a bit more.
But they're very colorful, and so if you want to make put them on your shelf or table or something, you're going to have a rainbow.
Yeah, yeah, you are. I mean, you can see we're looking at those each month as sort of a different color scheme. And I like all the stuff that you can get with it because you can choose.
You can pick and choose what you want. If there's a specific character that you really like, you might as well get the whole thing. The whole series.
Yeah, very good. I bet you have, right, if you get the opportunity.
I have not been able to get a month. They sell out so quickly. So you have to watch the website very.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I really thank you bringing these on. I know you always, on your show, Beyond the Red Carpet, you often have things that's many different things. You've interviewed some great people from different shows, but also quite often you have a little tidbit from Disney or something going on with them.
Well, you and I, we're Disney people.
Yes.
We have to do Disney.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure. It's enjoyable to be here with you.
And maybe we'll meet one day in Galaxy's Edge when the crowds kind of die down.
The galaxy far, far away.
Yes, or very, very close now.
Yes, right there.
All right, thank you, Francine, and we'll be right back.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Sharakni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.
Welcome back. Well, as you know, Thrive is a program, and we air it here on Channel 406. And I have Dorothy Pacella here, who's going to tell us a little bit about Thrive and all the great things that you guys are doing. Well, welcome. Nice to have you on.
Thank you. Great to be with you. It's finally got to meet you. I'm thrilled.
Well, tell me, first of all, you just moved here a couple years ago. Tell me why you moved here.
Great. So my husband and I moved here just about 2 years ago. And when we retired, we decided we wanted to be in an active community where there was a lot going on. And the minute we met and we're in Laguna Woods, we fell in love with it. It was heaven on earth, and it was unbelievable in terms of all the things we wanted to do.
Right.
We found our manor, and we're in United, and it was just heaven on earth for us. So we were so excited. So as we got to know more of the clubs, we saw the activity for us, so we became quickly involved with the Comedy Club and the Chicago Club and the Foodies Club, and recently the Wine Lovers Club is one of the new endeavors.
Right.
So it was just like there's so much to do. And my husband plays golf, so he's playing golf. But then the thing that happened was also that was really wonderful for us was that my husband also works in the wood shop. So he makes guitars from scratch.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he plays music and he plays golf. So what we found was he was able to really grow in his own arena, and we were able to thrive together in that area, and we had so much fun doing it. It was because of the wood shop that I met Scott Marvel, who produces our Thrive show.
Okay.
And so he went to Bonanza, and so that's when we first met him.
Oh,
and so it was so exciting to meet him because we were just talking about guitar. So that developed the whole connection with the Thrive show.
Right, right.
And we were able to take it from there.
Well, it's a great show, and we were talking earlier about, there's so much talent here, and there are so many hidden gems. So I like the fact that you kind of search out people and you try and, expose how wonderful living here is, as well as, you don't have to stop once you retire.
No.
Right? You could just keep going.
No. And the other thing that's interesting too is that I recently also became a docent for our bus tours.
Oh, okay.
And so I love being able to talk to either future buyers or new residents and get them all excited about the village because it's really something important.
Right.
Why I personally wanted to thrive was because I have a goal to live to be 103.
And why 103?
Because on my wedding day, I was 53 years old, and I want to have my 50th wedding anniversary, and that was my first marriage.
Oh, wow.
So my husband's on board. He's going to be 103 with me.
Oh, that's great.
But we realized in the village, I can do that. I can achieve my goal.
You can.
Because of the relationships, the partnerships, the friendships we have, the activities, the fitness. There's no other place I could do that.
Right.
And so we were very excited about that.
Right.
And then as we've met more clubs, especially with the Thrive show, there are 280 clubs now in the village, which blows me away. And one of our favorite examples was the Wine Lovers Club. And they were just founded in February. And we had,
just this year?
Just February.
Oh, wow.
And we had 45 members.
Wow.
And last week we had our meeting, wait.
I know what you're going to say.
There's 200.
My gosh.
We have 200 members.
Nobody loves wine in this community.
No, nobody drinks wine in the village. We had so much fun.
That's great.
And it's great. And we had to move to Clubhouse 2 because we ran out of room in all these places.
Right.
So that kind of activity with the Wine Lovers Club, and as we do this, that's how you ask how we find activities and features for the show, because it's what's going on.
Right.
And we really want to know that. But the reality is we would love to hear from the villagers and the viewers, because we want to do what you want and what you want us to do. So it's very exciting. And we have email address that we've established, but
Right.
it's so much fun. And that's all we're focusing on, is having a good time.
Exactly. And now you're the host of the show.
Yes.
And so you do what I do, and I like the fact that you go and you find events, or you find the individual that you talk to. So tell me kind of what's coming up.
So what's coming up is we look at the activities. Really, we're very impromptu in terms of we're planful because we have an idea, but we really look at what's going on in the village next.
Okay.
So we scour the activities. We love partnering with the clubs. And if it's worth a whole segment, like this past month, we did the men's memorial golf tournament.
Right.
We were up there day and night filming and watching the golfers and looking at the benefits for the foundation. So we were very excited about that.
Okay.
And so it becomes important as we do this. So it's we always stay tuned because we're pretty timely and creative.
Yes.
The other thing that I find important, particularly back to our viewers and our villagers, my career, I just retired 2 years ago, and my career was in corporate retail management.
Okay.
But 12 of those years I was with the Walt Disney Company. And so for me, guest experience is in my DNA. And that's why it's really important to the viewers that they let us know what they would like to see.
Right.
If they have any questions, if they have an idea, if they know somebody that's a superstar in the village, we want them to be on Thrive because it doesn't have to take a whole 30 minutes.
Right.
It can do segments like your show
Right.
because it's just the whole Thrive component. So it's very important, and we welcome that feedback.
That's awesome. And so let us talk about the email. It's Laguna Woods Village Thrive Show @gmail.com.
Correct.
I know it's long, but it's pretty easy to remember, right? Laguna Woods Village Thrive Show @gmail.com.
That's right.
Okay, we put that up there on the screen for you.
Thank you.
And then, you know, the Wine Lovers Club is so interesting. So every time that you have, you know, I know we're not talking, this is not about the Wine Lovers Club, but nonetheless, you know, you have people that come in and they do demonstrations or they have people do the wine tasting and things like that. So I can tell that thriving for you is very important.
Yes.
And it's important to the people that live in the village.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you do this and you're having so much fun.
Way too
And you're
much
really
fun.
good at it too. You're really good at it.
Thank you.
So
thank
good for you.
So we enjoy the sharing. And again, back to my Disney experience, my focus is the viewer. And so I really want them to appreciate and get involved with our show because I want them there.
Right.
And as you said, I mean, we go to the event. I mean, your shows are wonderful because you can talk about, you know, the cruises and the meetings and what have you, but we're there.
Right.
We're feet on the ground.
Right.
And watching and having people having fun.
That's excellent.
So it's really a blessing to have it. And then also our viewers, if they miss it one week, they can keep watching it because it's repeated.
When it's on.
It's on every Thursday morning at 9:30.
Okay, so
Channel
immediately
406,
following us.
Immediately following you. And then now we're also on Sunday mornings at 10:30.
Okay, great.
So there's 2 opportunities to be able to do that.
Perfect.
But we just really have fun doing this show.
Excellent.
And we're happy to share it. And really, we hope that villagers come out.
Yes.
Because that's the activity that sometimes, and even if you haven't done anything, just try one. Just come out. Right. You know, come to one meeting, one event, and you'll be excited because it's just like, wow, this is great, and I feel better.
Right.
And now I'm meeting new friends. We've met more friends in 2 years than we have in our professional careers.
Wow.
And it's because we're all of the same mind.
Exactly.
My other little favorite tidbit, by the way, from my docent tour is many people don't realize that some years ago, the National Health did a survey on us because they found we were living longer. And they found out because of our environment and our friendships and our activities, we live 10 years longer than the national average.
Wow.
And so I tell people, gift with purchase of your manor. You get 10 more years to be able to live here.
I love that. That is very cute.
So, it's really fun. So again,
That's great.
just the whole experience. And And we love doing that. And your show's been helping us thrive as well.
Well, good.
So do you feel like that is happening every
Well,
morning?
I feel that we are meeting so many amazing people, and I mean, people that have great history. So then we get 10 minutes with them, and then we're like, oh, wait, you really need to do this. So that way we can refer people so you can do a whole expose on them. So I love it. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
You're
a
welcome.
delight.
My pleasure. Likewise.
Thank you
Look forward
very
to
much.
seeing you again. Thank you.
And remember, if you want more information about their program Thrive, you can go to Laguna Woods Village Thrive Show at gmail.com. Just send them an email and they'll get right back to you. We'll be right back.
Summer is here. Diane's Hallmark has everything you need to make summer cool. From clothing to jewelry to unique one-of-a-kind gifts, Diane's Hallmark is the place to go. Diane's also has a large religious section as well. Come in today to see it all. Diane's Hallmark is located in the Walmart Shopping Center next to Hobby Lobby.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
Are your hearing aids not working as well as you'd like? The person who programs your hearing aids is way more important than how much you spent on them. The good news is that we can help. I'm a retired electronics engineer who will precisely reprogram your hearing aids to your unique hearing loss. If that doesn't give you significantly better hearing, I won't charge you a dime. You have nothing to lose and better hearing to gain. So call Hearing Remedy right now and ask for your personal better hearing appointment.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the jewelry box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
All right, welcome back. Well, we've got some really interesting movies for you.
Yeah.
We have Phantom Thread, and that is our Friday movie for you, which will be at 2 and 7 p.m. And it is set in 1950s London. Reynolds Woodcock is a renowned dressmaker whose, what did you have? Fastidious life is disrupted by a young, strong-willed woman, Alma, who soon becomes a fixture in his life as his muse and lover. Once controlled and planned, he finds his carefully tailored life disrupted by love. And you know, it is all based on outfits, and he kind of, you know, starts to become a little odd, I think. It gets a little controlling and a little different. And I actually haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the, you know, the clips that kind of tells you a little bit about it. So anyway, that will be on Friday at 2 and 7 p.m. and that will already be August.
I know.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
Flew by.
I know. And then on Monday, our film is going to be Searching. And this is a drama about a man whose 16-year-old daughter goes missing. A local investigation is open and a detective is assigned to the case. But 37 hours later and without a single lead, David decides to search the one place no one has looked yet where all the secrets are kept, his daughter's laptop.
Oh.
So that will be on Monday, and I want to tell you because we have a budget meeting with GRF later in the afternoon. The subtitled version of that will be on at 11:30 on Monday.
Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
and then 6 o'clock the normal time.
All right.
Should be normal
Yeah.
if one meeting runs long and changes things around, but that we will not know.
Right.
It's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Okay.
So there we are.
Okay. And then that's already passed, right?
No, this is.
Oh, no, that's not till
Yeah,
August.
Adapt to It celebration coming up in August 15th.
Oh, that's right.
And so if you'd like to go there, they're going to have
That's
an open
exciting.
house.
I
And
can't believe they've been there that
yeah.
long.
So August 15th, we'll tell you more about this as
Yeah.
we get to it. But 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock, they're going to have hors d'oeuvres and all kinds of different things.
Fun,
So
fun.
everyone is invited.
And then tonight is, I believe, the last night of the Breakers tennis tournament that's going on at Palisades Tennis Center. So we'll go ahead and give you 2 free tickets if you're the first person to email us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. So make sure you email in and we'll give you some free tickets for that. So fun. All right, how's our weather looking?
Our weather is looking pretty good today. We had a little fog this morning, not as strong as yesterday. And I do want to tell you that we got some more humidity that is coming back over the next few days. More tomorrow and Thursday. We'll start to see that humidity develop again. Then it'll drop back on Friday and Saturday. But then the temperatures are really going to go up Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week with the humidity going up as well.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is normal, getting this as we make our way into August. Here we are around the area today and pretty mild temperatures, maybe about what we had yesterday. Not much difference, except Palm Springs. They've dropped by about 8 degrees. So,
At least. I was just there this weekend. It was 114.
yeah, 106.
Ooh, hot.
So that's,
Yeah.
you know, not bad at all.
Nope, not bad. All right, and then tomorrow we have AutoNation. Irvine Toyota will be here. We have the Senior Center. We have possibly Recreation might be here. They might just drop in. And then the PC Club. So it should be a good, fun day
Yes,
tomorrow.
Recreation will be here.
They will
'cause
for
we
sure?
just-
Okay,
They just
good.
sent stuff, so
They
yes.
are on their way, so stay tuned for that.
The
They have a lot of
entire,
stuff
we're going to
coming up.
have 500 people from Recreation on there.
And 500 things that they're going to be telling you
Yes.
about. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day in the village.
Bye-bye.